I'm really proud of this movie. It's been an amazing journey. We started 5.5 years ago in a play that I was in called Lone-Anon that Neil McGowan wrote. And I decided to make a good movie. So we adapted it and shot it, and took forever in post, but here we are. I'm really happy with it, and I can't wait to make people laugh. Well, the theater was all one room, and we had 6 actors, and I wanted to keep all 6 original actors. So one night in the dressing room, I said, hey, Neil is going to write the play, and I'm going to keep you all in it. And they probably thought I was lying. But then about 1.5 years later, we were actually all in it, and we added 20 more actors. A lot of them are also from LA theater. Some great character actors like Stephen Tobolowsky and Khary Payton from The Walking Dead, who wasn't in The Walking Dead yet. And we just have such a great ensemble of actors in this. I'm so proud of them all. Yeah, well, I think part of the great thing about having that chemistry already together from the play was that in an indie movie, you need to be able to shoot fast and have that chemistry already built. So it was great that we were all really good friends already. To sort of take that from the play into the movie, I think it really created a special chemistry with each other that really shows up on screen. So the writer is Neil McGowan. He wrote the play, and he was also in it. He plays a character named Dabney. And Neil has one of those minds that I'm just jealous of. Every time I think, maybe I should write something, I think about Neil and realize there's far better people out there. And if I had his crazy mind, I'd just stay inside all day and entertain myself. So Neil sort of took that weird sensibility from the play and put it into the movie. And he's won the Austin Film Festival with his screenplays. He's won Slam Dance with his screenplays. He's a really special guy, so I feel so lucky to have him as the writer of Loners. But yeah, I probably shouldn't admit this, but I was a little worried, whether we could bring the stage characters to film and make that sort of necessary adjustment. But from the first day we filmed, it was evident that everybody was just doing an amazing job. And I love how you have these huge characters from stage that got a little smaller, just the right ways for film, and everybody just did a fantastic job. I have a couple of projects that I'm developing right now. One is based on a true story about a teacher in East Los Angeles who for 6 years in a row has every single one of his AP calculus students passed the exam. One year one of them got a perfect score, which only 14 kids in the world got. He's an immigrant from Korea, and most of his students are immigrants, so it's a great immigrant story, and we're developing it sort of as a comedy, so it's sort of like Stand and Deliver meets Scott Pilgrim versus the world. So, and then I've got a ghost story and another dark comedy. So we'll see what pops first. You can check me out on Facebook, Tyson Turrou, Turrou, or Instagram or Twitter, where I write something funny once a month.
So my buddy Tyson Turrou, he came to me years ago. He was acting in a play called Lone-Anon, and he asked me to take a look at the play. He was considering adapting it into a film, and so he wanted to know what I thought about it. So I went to see the play. Turned out to be pretty cool. I had some ideas for alterations and modifications and stuff, and so luckily Neil McGowan, who's a brilliant writer who kind of came up with the concept, he was willing to take the time to help us adapt it. So a year into that process, we came to the place where we all thought the script should be locked, and then we jumped into production on it. No, actually it is the first time working with the team. Tyson and I went to USC Film School together, so it's not our first time working together kind of, on a film, but it's our first time working together on a professional commercial project. So. The process was interesting. He was a pretty hands-off producer, quite honestly. He was fun. You hear horror stories about relationships getting ruined and stuff over time, but in all honesty, we didn't have any of that happen. We were trusting each other and really just kind of let each other do what we needed to do to get the project done. So in terms of the amount of content that was borrowed from the original stage play, I would say there was something probably 80, maybe 60% was coming from the play, and then we like created an entirely new set of circumstances and cast members to really build out the screenplay a bit more. We wanted to make it more expansive because it was more of a chamber play when it was presented in the play environment. Yeah, so like we kind of expanded out the story a bit to kind of take advantage of the fact that we can like do more things with the cinematic approach. So next project, I have something I'm working on. It's kind of a horror fantasy film. I can't really give too much information, but I'm working with some fairly large name individuals that have decided to challenge me and see if I could produce something that was in that realm. My Instagram handle is just ERYC. It's my first name, Eryc, ERYC. And then you can also find me on Facebook as well. I think it's like Eryc1, ERYC1 on Facebook. So you can find me, Eryc Tramonn, Tramonn.